It's been called the gold standard of child welfare laws, but the Indian Child Welfare Act was in danger of being overturned until the U.S. Supreme Court upheld it last week. Conkite News reporter Isabel Garcia brings us the reaction from our Washington bureau.
It was a day of celebration here outside of the National Museum of the American Indian for supporters of the Indian Child Welfare Act, which was just upheld by the Supreme Court of the United States. Members and supporters of the Native community in D.C. came together to celebrate the long-awaited Supreme Court decision upholding the Indian Child Welfare Act, also known as ICWA. Supporters say the law protects Indigenous cultures by preserving Indigenous families.
Our children are our future. Our families, that is a sacred institution in our culture and tradition.
The act, established in 1978, gives Indigenous families priority when it comes to adopting Indigenous children or placing them in foster care. The law was challenged by 3 white families who claimed that ICWA unlawfully uses race against non-Native families looking to adopt or foster. The state of Texas also joined the suit. It said the law intrudes on its right to run the state's child welfare system as it sees fit. Ian Gershengorn is one of the attorneys who argued before the Supreme Court last fall, urging the justices to preserve ICWA. He said he took on the case because he knew how important it was to Indian country and the lives of many. When the Supreme Court released its opinion, he said he couldn't help but feel that the opinion
just elated. I mean, days like this are just incredible. To have a statute of this importance affirmed 7-2, it's mind-boggling.
Advocates are calling the Supreme Court ruling a win for tribal sovereignty. The Supreme Court ruling was 7-2. Dissenting judges Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito disagreed, saying the act intrudes on what should be a state right. In Washington, Isabel Garcia, Conkite News.
According to the Arizona Department of Child Safety, there are currently more than 10,000 children in the state's foster care system, and 1,061 of them are Indigenous children.